Hello everybody, my name's Sharon Forester. It's nice to meet ya. In this video today, I am gonna be... I'm gonna be writing down the deleted chapter from the cartoon book that I've been talking about in other videos. I don't want to reveal too much detail about the cartoon book because, you know, very protective of it. I kind of want to publish it myself before people know about it. But let's just say that it's a sci-fi adventure about anthropomorphic animals. Alright, that are too used to luxury and then have to kind of learn how to fend for themselves. I'll give you that much, alright? One character is lovable, the other one is a little bit mean and feisty, and the third one is mentally unstable, okay? But that's all we're going in. Now, in this part of the chapter, it's called Two Questionings in a Military Base. Now, basically, the brothers are on Earth after being raised away from Earth, okay, and they don't really know how Earth works, even though they studied about it in school. But let's just say that within this part of the story, they reach a point where my mind is blanking. So they reach a point where they kind of mess things up so bad that the military gets involved and they try to get rid of them and don't want to let anthropomorphic animals be around anymore, that sort of thing. I decided to take that out because I thought for a first time story, I kind of wanted to focus on their transition between their comfort onto Earth and then work on this sort of thing later. It might be added later, but for now it's going to be a deleted scene that's going to be going into my file for deleted scenes in the book. So while I was editing my book, I would input deleted scenes into this digital file so that I could organize these deleted scenes as a surprise video for later, or something that people can read about, or if you get lucky and get famous, something that people care about even more. But for me, it's kind of something that's really fun and helpful. And I may end up using some of those scenes later. It might also create new ideas for stories. So there's a lot of things that you could do with this sort of thing. I have here the file. I have my computer. I have the digital page set up. And I have this teddy bear. It's really my doggy's, but I'm going to be using it because I tend to pull my hair when I'm working. And you guys are probably going to see some of that, but I use this bear to kind of keep my hand occupied so that way it doesn't happen. And yeah, now I can get right down to it, okay? I just want to do this video because I wanted to show you guys the process that I go through. I put a little sticky here because I was thinking about making a sequel, which I am. It's not a matter of a question anymore, so this can get out of there. Other than that, I also put little notes on top of the file, so you can see it right there. There you go. I put little notes. And it says, trouble for busting around the town, ban space rays, show other animals that survived in the space station as well, facility, a monkey, Scrumpy, chopped off Zero's leg, did not happen, maybe, core clothes stamped on it, sliced it, clean off. Alright, so as you can see, it's a lot of gibberish stuff, but this is the whole point. This kind of writing, it really helps organize your thoughts a little better. All these things, I already had them solved while I was editing the story. And Scrumpy is a character that no longer exists, but maybe might exist later. He's supposed to be an evil chihuahua, so I might bring him back later. That's my intention. On these other pages, as you can see, I have some highlights. Sometimes I will highlight things that I really like and want to use later, or highlight things a different color that I'm not going to use at all. I normally use a pen for this sort of thing, but in this one I can't remember what I was doing, but it doesn't matter anymore because it's a deleted chapter. And I actually had edited a little bit, so while I type this in, I will input edits as well. I will do my best to make it as perfect and polished as possible, even if it is a deleted scene, because again, you could use it later and it makes less work for you. But you don't have to go too deep into it. Obviously, that's something you can do later, but if you spot something in the moment, then it's okay to do. Alright, so I'm going to start typing in here. 2 questionings in a military base. So. I misspelled questionings. Okay, now I am gonna say everything out loud as I go on in this video, so if you want to stick around for that, go ahead. That's basically the whole point of this. Now what I'm doing here is I'm writing, it's a chapter, deleted chapter, and then what I do is I highlight my words in red for the explanation of this, because you want to know where it comes from. If you just put a deleted scene and you don't know where the heck it comes from and you just see some random paragraph there, you're not doing yourself a favor. You want to make sure that you are writing down what this is for. So even if it's just phrasing, I'm just going to put deleted chapter from entire book because story is different. And then, you know, semicolon might be a good plot for a sequel book. Alright, and that's it. Nothing too fancy. Then, of course, I enter, make it black again, and then I continue writing from there. So, see, I want to play with my hair already. Wherever these men were taking us, the place wasn't that far away. Now, just so you know, I might continue to work on this entire thing for the video, or I might just do part of it. We'll see how it goes. Of course, I don't want to make it too long, but again, I just want to work on however long the video needs to be. I don't really want to worry about time when it comes to this sort of thing, because I want to record this as raw and innocent as possible. Alright, no editing the truth behind this. I'm going to show you guys the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Kiss. Alright, where was I? But the place was indeed a secret base or something. So I don't know where the previous chapter is, but I do remember that it has to do with taking out the two brothers and then putting them in like the black vans and then taking them away after picking them up from the street. So as an example, because I don't know where that work is, I want to remember that for later in case it's a story I want to write about. So I'm going to be putting that in here. Okay, so black van kidnaps brothers off the street and takes them to secret base. Also, if you're wondering how I type, it's this one and this one. That's how I type. I don't really know how to type like a secretary. My bear fell. So the next part of the chapter, I think I might stick with that since we're 8 minutes in already. I couldn't really make out where we were. Make out where we were. Halfway to the building, the men came out and this is really cool because I feel like I'm reading a different story in a way. It's been so long. Black blankets. Oh. So we weren't able to see where we were going. So we wouldn't be able to see where we were going. You see how I added that little grammar there? I noticed it right away, so it wasn't something I had to think about so much. The men grabbed us. Better grip this time. And took us to an empty room. The room once. The trucks have come. Got the H in half. Oh, to a stop. There we go. Okay. All around me, I saw many men. All around me, I saw many men. Many men wearing the same uniforms. With the same, what? Scary weapons. Scary weapons. I hope they didn't take out on us. So at this point I might be thinking about maybe guns and tasers and handcuffs. Who knows what else they got on there. To them it's scary. To me it's like nothing. And not for any bad reasons you might be thinking about. I'm just saying. I'm gonna turn to these people. Name of the brother. With these people. Now, as you can see, this is the first person point of view of the nice brother because it is revolving around him. So, see, the empty room we were put in wasn't exactly empty. The empty room. Exactly empty. I mean, it's empty of people, but what I meant, I'm almost done with the paragraph, is that there is nothing but a big table. But a big table, chairs all around it. Lino and Daddy sat together on chairs. On the right side of the table, never mind. Nope. Sat together on the right side of the table. The two men that had grabbed us. See, if I wasn't saying this out loud right now, I would be taking much longer to type this stuff in because my brain just forgets everything that it just read. So I have to say it over and over again for me to be able to do this. It's actually a practice I started doing. I actually didn't do it before this video. Or, I mean, recently before this video. But I've noticed it worked a lot better. I actually did a blog post about it. Head Grabbers came in with their leader. And then, or at least I think the man with them was the leader. Or I think. See, I already forgot. Or I think. See. Or at least I think that came with them was their leader. No, it's okay, quiet. Sorry, the doggies want to bark. Alright. Then he says, "Greetings, dogs," said the leader. Sitting across from us. The other, let's see. The other men sat on either side of him, watching us closely. I added the word closely because it sounded better than just watching us. And there's probably a few mistakes here. What is going on? Took us to, an empty room. I just have to fix some grammatical errors. I forgot a few things here. But that's basically the gist of the process of how I would be typing in deleted scenes, alright? And those are just some tips and tricks on how to continue on with it. So, you kind of see the gist of what I go through whenever I write down a deleted scene, okay? So to recap, it's best to keep them. You can just edit what you see out in the surface and edit more in depth later, and just keep it in handy in case it becomes another book idea for you, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.